When I was younger, I hated getting my hair trimmed. I wanted long hair at all costs. It didn't matter to me that the last 2 or 3 inches at the end of my hair were thinning, uneven, splitting, had knots, and were just unhealthy looking. As far as I was concerned, my hair was getting long, and it was those extra inches that made it so. Since my hair revolution, that is the start of my hair journey, I have come to really embrace the idea and the art of trimming my hair. While trimming the hair does not make it grow, as I was led to believe when I was younger, it does have multiple benefits to achieving a healthy head of hair.
This will involve taking now, because I have my hair in microclass, it's much easier for me because I just work one strand class at a time. And then I will hold my hair up to the light. I'm focusing mainly on the ends. And if I identify any end that is split, I'll just cut it a little way above where the split is. Now, one of the things that helps me, alright, so here is one strand. Don't know if you can see it. Has a little white to it, kind of lopsided on the end. So what I will do is to just clip above that. That's it, and that's gone. There are some times as well that you see a little strand of hair with a little white thing at the end. It usually means that a split is about to begin. So I just take that off. And so I'm not taking off a whole lot of hair, just enough to tame those splits. There's another one right here. Now, if you do your moisturizing and sealing often, day and night, every day and every night, you'll find that you'll have less split ends to clip off, or less damage here at the ends to clip off. And when you do your search and destroy, you'll realize that overall your hair is becoming healthier because you're focusing on every section of your hair. So no part of your hair is left untouched by you. You know exactly what is happening to your hair, and so you can do those techniques to guide your hair all the way down to where you want it to be.
Is going to be the same technique but for my natural hair. So it's a search and destroy technique. I'm going to be using my plaits nonetheless. So I'll just take the rest out of the way temporarily. Alright, so what I'm looking for are split ends or single strand knots. Okay, and I'm looking as far as I can see. Alright, and as soon as I find one, I'm going to cut above where the split ends are or where the knots are on that strand. So I'm not doing an even cut across for my hair. I'm just looking for the strand that is damaged or experiencing some kind of possible future damage and get rid of it. So it is time consuming when you're doing your entire head, but what happens is it really helps in terms of hair growth, because if you focus only on clipping the ends, there are other strands of hair further up the shaft of hair that are at different points in the growth phase, and so they may just be from their length may just be from the root to here, but they already have knots. And so if you don't get them at that point, they're gonna of course break off eventually, and so you're gonna have less hair coming down to the end of your hair than you have coming from your roots. So it's really an important issue to tackle. With the plaits, usually with the plaits, the strands that are shorter will begin to point themselves out through the plaits. So that's an easy way to track it. And the longer strands will of course make it all the way down to the ends. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know if it's possible for you to see, but that's how I do it. Right now for this one, I've been doing this technique for a while, so I'm not seeing any split ends or single strand knots on that braid. For this one, yes, I've seen a single strand knot. So I'm just going to clip above it. All right, you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm just going to use the scissors and clip above it. So I'm just clipping above where that knot is. Don't know if you can see that, but I'm clipping. I'm going to clip right between my fingers here. All right, and that goes. I've been doing this technique for a while. There are not a lot of single strand knots on my hair. All right, but I'm going to show you what this one looks like. Number 1, it removes split ends, which are not only unsightly but can contribute to thinning hair if the splits are allowed to make their way up the shaft of the hair. Number 2, trimming also removes knots which contribute to split ends. If the knots are not removed properly, that is, ripping it off with a comb. Number 3, keeping the hair healthy looking by giving it a fuller appearance. Well-trimmed hair has the potential to remain healthy over time and thus reduces the need for doing big chops of say 5 to 6 inches of hair to get the hair at its healthiest length. When trimming your hair, your choice of scissors is very important. This is because your scissors can make the situation better or worse. A sharp trimming scissors dedicated to the purpose of trimming your hair is the best scissors to have. A dull scissors will contribute to squashing the strand and causing more splits after the first was removed. Do not use everyday cutting scissors, which you use to cut paper, cardboard, and everything else around the house, to cut your hair. Remember, you gain 6 inches of hair per year on average. If you cut 1 inch this year, at the end of next year, you would have gained 11 new inches, provided that you took proper care of your hair in the second year and did not suffer any damage as a result of splits or knots. But if you don't trim when necessary this year and you don't trim next year either, what you will find is that you will end up with 5 or 6 inches of damaged hair, which will have to be removed. Hence, you would have gained only 6 inches over 2 years. Do you see the math in it? I do. Don't be afraid of your trimming scissors. It's one of your hair's best friends if used wisely.
If you have made it this far on the video, it means that you saw something that you thought was interesting. So go ahead and subscribe to me by hitting that subscribe button. And also visit my blog at hairspahair.blogspot.com and hit me up on Instagram at JeniximHay. Also, I'm on Facebook at Hairspa Hair International. Take care.